Welcome back, everyone. Michael here with Offshore Citizen. Today I'm going to bring you some breaking news from Dubai. I happen to be in Dubai today, and there's a new announcement that came out just today. So we are going to explore it. I will give it some context for you and tell you how it might apply to you. And it's good news. We're going to find out more in the coming days. So anyway, stick around for that. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, get updated on all of our latest videos. They're great. And if you end up liking the video, please give it the thumbs up, click the like button. We really appreciate that. In the meantime, if you're interested in international company formation, international tax planning, i.e. paying the lowest legal amount of tax possible anywhere in the world, as well as asset protection, offshore banking, getting residencies, citizenships, etc., then please reach out to me. You can book a call at clarity.fm/Michael Rosmer. There's a link below. Or check out our websites, offshorecitizen.net and offshorecapitalist.com. Okay, so what is this breaking news? The breaking news is they have just announced that foreigners will be able to 100% own mainland UAE companies. Okay, what does this mean? Well, there's three types of companies in UAE. I've done a video about this in the past. You can go back and check it out. But loosely, there is international, like offshore companies. Okay, this was what they used to have that were really popular. You'd have like a RAC IC. RAC is one of the Emirates, and IC stood for International Company. It was based off British Virgin Islands law, and kind of useful. That was like the one that they used to use a lot. But the problem is that it got hard to open bank accounts for them. So then people started using free zone companies. Free zone companies were a little bit more have a hassle to maintain, a little bit more expensive, things like this. But it was easier to do banking. Okay, so when you get a free zone company, then what ends up happening is that you will typically get a residency permit. To maintain the residency permit, you have to visit every 180 days. So that's a little bit of a hassle for a bunch of people, but that gives you a much better chance, especially if you have an actual address, of opening bank accounts and maintaining bank accounts. So that's always useful in today's day and age. And so that was the other way to go. Now, the third type of company are mainland companies. Mainland companies are, in theory, kind of like the most reputable. Okay, so if you look at the kind of end of a free zone company, it's FZE. Okay, so instead of like LTD or LLC or whatever, FZE. So you kind of know immediately that it's a free zone company. And from my thinking, if you're looking at this internationally, you say, okay, well, there's, like international banks will be able to see that, okay, this is a free zone company. It's not really an actual UAE company, right? So that can cause a few issues with banking. It's usually not a big issue. It's certainly not locally, but that being said, a little bit more of an issue. Now, here you can finally get like an LLC. Okay, now you could always get this, but the problem with an LLC was that you had to have an Emirati who was a partial owner of the company, typically 51%, and then there had to be some provision where they had, I think it was 20% or 21% of the profits of the company. And so what would happen is you would sign them on, and then you'd have a signed agreement with them that basically you actually owned all that extra share, but they were just kind of standing in for you. It added some costs to the company. It added some complexity to this whole arrangement, etc. But what it was good for was that free zone companies were not allowed to bill local companies. So they were allowed to do business internationally, but not locally. And so if you wanted to do business locally, you would do so via these agents, and it was a big thing. So the bottom line is that allowing mainland companies to be wholly owned by foreigners is potentially going to make banking easier. It's going to potentially improve your kind of like international optics of the company, and potentially help out as well with, this will be kind of the costs of that option will be going down. So that's pretty cool, all right? One of the things I think is really great about UAE is it's really easy to get residency permits. It's really easy to bring employees in. Obviously, it's one of the very few true zero tax jurisdictions. So certainly we're helping, a fair number of people set up companies in UAE and get banking and things like that these days. So again, if you're interested in that, reach out to us. As well as, again, people who want some place that they can just escape the hassles of high tax. Like, this is a place to come. I'm here, it's, late November now. It's 30 degrees during the day, 20 degrees during the evening. You can still be out by the pool. It never really gets that cold here. It does get super hot. And so, you know, it's a city that offers a lot. So a lot of people find that, hey, look, as a place that you can have low tax and lots of conveniences, lots of available services, etc. Not to mention there's 3 airports nearby. It's probably one of the most connected cities in the world for air because Emirates and Fly Dubai and Etihad all are based in this area. And so, yeah, definitely worth checking out. Anyway, there's some things that are a little bit uncertain about how this mainland company thing is going to work. They expect some clarifications to come out in December, and so we'll follow that as it comes along. But in the meantime, I think it's great news for anyone who's interested in exploring UAE as a place to form companies, as a place to possibly have residence, and we're going to keep you informed. So if you're interested in that more, or in other parts of the world, you're not sure if UAE is the right place for you, you're interested in some other place, please reach out to us. Happy to help you. You can book a call, as I said, clarity.fm/Michael Rosmer. There's a link below. Or check out our websites, offshorecitizen.net, offshorecapitalist.com. If you haven't already, smash the subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys. If you have something you'd like to see, please put it in the comments, and I'm going to see you guys on the next video.